everyone, welcome back to another video. Right now this is episode 2. Turns out naming an SMP is more complicated than you might think. But as you can see, first of all I fixed the issues with the quality, which I noticed the bitrate was very low. Everything looked very washed out, and it was, for some reason, it was lagging a lot. So hopefully in this recording we can it doesn't turn out like that. As you can see, we fixed the farm a little bit, we made it a lot more bigger, because I'm gonna show you this in a second, but we actually have a lot more of a reason for this farm than just getting some food. But as you can see over here, we've actually got a composter set over here with a chest. So now if I put anything in the chest that can be used as a composter, the composter actually picks it up and starts to compost it, make it into what you call that thing? Bone meal. It makes it into bone meal, and then the bone meal gets fed over here. One thing I really figured out is if you were to take whatever thing you have and you place it like this, it's a lot more nicer. What happens is I can't place anything inside unless that's the item that this chest has. And whatever item gets fed into the chest, it automatically sorts it. So now you can see if I go up over here, this is Sky's old area, this is my area. I've done that to every single chest. Besides this one, I don't have enough wood resources for this one. But what I've done is I've done each chest individually, and I filled it up with this layout. So now what I can do is, if this is the stone chest, I can just go like this, see whichever goes in, which doesn't, I can just go to the other chest and see which one goes in this one, then check in this one, and just go back and forth until that's all organized. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm lazy to do that mumbo jumbo redstone stuff and work out what exactly I need to do for an aura sorter, because God knows what redstone is. I don't have food. There is no food. Oh my god, let me one bread, eat that one bread. I actually made this farm as well, which basically what happens is whenever this gets updated, or like there's a pumpkin, there's no space for a pumpkin to spawn. This is a pumpkin one. So the pumpkin spawns in the middle, and whenever it spawns in the middle, this stem kind of bends inwards. That's how like Minecraft does it, which causes this observer to detect that little change. Oh, it's getting nighttime. But when that happens, it basically makes this piston fire and break the pumpkin. Now I need a little system to actually collect that pumpkin, which I've been thinking of putting 2 minecarts, like hopper minecarts, on either side so that it picks it up on like diagonally, I can't speak. So we're gonna have that's gonna collect all of our pumpkins over here and put it into a chest. So I don't know if this quite works. I haven't seen a pumpkin in the middle at any point, so I'm pretty sure it's working. I gotta go sleep, but we also got some little sheeps over here because we were running out of food. You can see I have no food in my inventory, but hopefully we can automate this at some point. But this is how I've placed them right now, and it's quite easy to beat them and kill them. Collect food from them. And this is where I've marked where I need to make my house. Now if you can see over here, I've collected a lot of resources for the house. I'm making a lot of the house from oxidized copper because I feel like copper is new. Copper's getting a lot of updates. Why not use some of it and actually see if we can build with it? So we're not gonna make any wooden house from it like Sky has over this. This is Sky's base. And I believe he's used a schematic for this from the internet, but it looks quite nice if you look at it. Like, wow. One issue that he actually told me was that it doesn't have any space in it, so he actually had to put his chest outside, which are a lot of chests outside for him. He needs to sort all of this stuff. But Luxor has gone for a very old retro Minecraft feel. That looks a little weird. Old Minecraft retro feel, which I think he nailed because it looks so nice. This reminds me of like the old Minecraft days. Now, if you haven't seen Luxor streams, he streams on Twitch. He uses an old Minecraft like beta textures on his Minecraft, and it looks very nice. So I can show you the full extent of how good this building looks if you don't watch his videos or his streams. But he uses this like old Minecraft retro beta textures, which looks way nice with this build. I gave this I gave him a little ender pearl. And I made a little pathway connected to this like main pathway that goes all around over here. This is a little too. This needs to be like this, honestly. Yeah, that looks a lot more natural. This needs to be a little bit more like this. Zombie, I see you. One thing I really need to do is light this area up because there's a lot of dark spots over here. But I actually went ahead and installed replay mod. I actually got. Can't speak. I actually got geared up as well. Hello, zombie. I actually got geared up as well. This is gonna break. It's not doing really good on durability. And ow, even my sword is breaking. Well, that's how I meant it too. The sword took it. The sword did not like me saying bad stuff about it. But what I need to do is I need to go and I made a mine over here. This is where I got some cobblestone because I really needed it. Let me light this area up. But this is my mine that I've been going to. Not the most efficient mine because I've been noticing that whenever I go in, I do not get any resources, which is really weird. May need to go to a cave and see, but I have dug this to... Did I see the particles? Are those particles from me? Is there a wandering trader over here? I don't know. But the wandering trader arrives randomly. I don't know what his business is. He just comes here, sees how the population is flourishing, and then he just disappears into the sea, into the horizon, and just like goes away until the next trade comes in. But but I've taken this to I think bedrock, and I dig upwards till -53, and I think that's the layer where you get diamonds. Let me know if that's wrong, but I think it's -53. I've been trying to dig in strip mines. I don't know if that's a better way to do it, or if there has been like newer ways that are better than strip mine or anything. I'm kind of an old player, but yeah, we've made this kind of a thing over here. I want to make this like a little alleyway. There's like farms over here. There's this area over here. I don't know what I'm gonna build over here. All farms in this like lineage a little bit. I might move this somewhere else, but I feel like I want to place this over here. It's a very small farm. It's really compact, so it's very easy to move, which is very nice. And I'm gonna build my house over here. It's not gonna be as big as these two. It's gonna be relatively small. I think because first of all, I was the first one to actually place this like area over here. So I think they thought I was making a very big house, so they actually made their house very big compared to mine because I was the first to actually plot my house. But what they don't realize is the fact that my house, right, and that's basically how big my house is gonna be. And that's not very big, it's way cramped. If you look at the middle, it's really cramped. So I think they actually thought I was making a... Oh, hello creeper, I see you coming towards me. I think they actually thought I was making a big house, and they actually like took the liberty of making big houses. One thing that I didn't discuss was this big heap of... I don't know what this is. What Sky did over here, but... Why is that open? That's bothering me. But this is actually where we've got some villagers. Where do you get in from here? How do you enter this area? Hold on. Let me figure this out. Aha, there you go. So that's where you go inside. Hey, Iron Golem, how you doing? But we've got a lot of villagers over here, a lot of trades going on. I don't really like the design of this, but you know, it works, so it's fine. You know, it's all good. What are you doing? What? Wait, are we missing a villager? One, two... Oh. I don't think that's natural. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy did not want them to cuddle. But as you can see, like, the reason why we have the farm is also because this guy, not you, this guy. Can you wake up? There you go. Yay! But if you go over here, you can see that this guy trades wheat for bread, which is not a very good trade, but we can trade wheat for some emeralds, and what that does is that it gives us the opportunity to go over here. This guy does not have anything good besides like stick trade. This guy also trades for coal. This guy trades for some Nice little armor, which is gonna trade some diamond armor in the future. This guy's trading for bricks, some clay. This is really nice because I'm gonna get some silk touch in the future because I love myself some stone. And this guy trades for stone and diorite. Nobody uses diorite. So this is a very nice trade over here. So I'm gonna try to rank up all of these guys. Sky has been added. Sky's been doing that. This guy trades mending. Yeah, so this guy's gonna trade mending. I was thinking like, did this guy get mending? But Sky didn't get mending. He told me that his shield actually has Unbreaking 3 besides mending. Did you guys know that you can actually enchant shields? I never knew that you can enchant shields. I never knew that. I thought you had to make a new shield every single time. That's actually sick. I never knew that. But these villagers are very helpful because they trade a lot of things. Like this guy's gonna trade some of our gear over here, and it's coming out really well. Obviously, it's early game. All of us are like leveling up these villagers. They're not fully leveled up. How do you get off this thing? Ow! But one of the very big flex that Sky did on me was this. So if you can go over here, you can see there's a enchanting table right here. There's also an enchanting table right here, which is fully bookshelved. I don't know how he got all these bookshelves. I think he traded with the villagers to get these bookshelves. Sky also did this amazing thing over here. I really like the design of this. And I don't know how he got the cactus, because he got a lot of cactus, which I really, really like. Also like this like little details here and there that he did. I don't know how he got wax for this, but Sky, oh, that's a new painting. Sky has his own certain way of getting things. I don't know how he got so much. He got so much iron. Look, there's another anvil over here. And there's a lot more bookshelves over here. So much stuff that he has done over here. I don't know how he got quartz. He never went to the nether. Unless he did, and he got quartz. I don't know how he got so much stuff. But the biggest flex that he has is this. Now, this is fine, but look at how much diamond he has. It's crazy. He got this, and I don't know how he made this with beeswax. I don't know how he got so much stuff. I don't know how he got so much stuff. It's kind of crazy how much stuff he has. Very fascinating. Like, wow. Like, it's impressive how much he's done. Like, over here, look at how much diamonds he has. He had another stack that he used up. And he has so much stuff. It's honestly crazy how much stuff he has. Look, 55 lanterns. That's honestly crazy. Who makes so much lanterns? It's honestly baffling how much lanterns he has. But, yeah, one other thing I did while we were and in the middle of this actually episodes, I actually went and made ourselves a nether portal right here. So now we have a full-on functioning nether portal. And I think that looks really nice. I don't know about like the shape of it. It's not like, wow, I made such an amazing thing. Wow, such an amazing portal. But like I like the position where it is. Because it's somewhere in the open. It's not limited to anywhere. We can easily attach a pathway going over here sideways. I think it's a very nice little location over here. I only need a few more resources to build this house over here, which is going to be way, way tiny. It's a starter base, so I do not want to make it very big. One thing that I've seen Sky do is he, for every single thing in his house, there's the smithing table, the anvil, there's the enchanting table, all that kind of stuff is inside this little building. But that's not what I want to do. I want to make my base separated into my house, my enchanting table area, my smithing tables, my crafting area, all of that kind of stuff, my cooking area, all of that kind of weird, funky stuff. I want to make it individual buildings. So I'm gonna make this like very small, just the size that I need it to be, and make it very fancy looking. And then we can go ahead and we can expand our base, make it more. And mind you, this is just a starter base. I'm not making a mega base until I figure out how to use World Edit. I'm still working on it. I'm still learning it. And I just want to practice it a lot more. I want to get geared up, get some diamonds, all of that kind of stuff, beat the Ender Dragon. And then, throat. And then later on, I want to work on making a faraway base where I could go with my Lytra, make some heavy farms for experience and everything. But I don't want to do it right now. I want to start off with a very small settlement, small little base, small little things, nothing too much. And I want to really focus on, I don't have any food, really want to focus on getting my builds good. Like I like my building style. I think I can build like intermediate. I'm not very good at building, but I want to take my building to the next level, and I want to really just work on exploring more build players. Like you can see a lot of people build with bricks, a lot of people build with oak, with spruce, with all of this like wood and stuff. I want to go on a different ramp, and I want to go and experiment with different blocks. And as you can see, none of these blocks are actual blocks that you would usually see in a build. I actually want to go and get some azalea leaves as well, which is what I'm missing. But as you can see, there's way less wood in here. Most of the stuff is so unique. Like there's the warp planks, which is way weird because I've never used warp planks in a actual build. I've never used copper, never used the copper door or the copper trapdoor. I've never used stuff. I used smooth stone before, so that's nothing new. That's my comfort zone. But like there's so many like new things. Even the way that I used oak fences, you're gonna see, it's very unique. Like I've never used this kind of palette before. And I'm gonna try to just like experiment with this kind of a thing and see how that goes, because I've never really taken a step back and go away from what I've actually been very, very used to doing. And I want to take it to the next level and see how much I can push my builds. Another thing that I actually discovered is that if you guys have this like flower area over here, you can actually grab a bone wheel and duplicate it. So now I have 2 more of these. And that's actually really sick. So we can make a farm out of these very, very easily. And the fun thing is that each and every one of these, you saw in the first episode, in the first half of it, I actually used these, and I actually got these in my area. And what fun thing it does is that it doesn't give us one like the normal, what's it called, the rose gives us, but it actually gives us 2. So you can actually make 2 dyes rather than 1 dye. I don't know why I'm getting recipes over here. I've already done this before. But this gives us a lot more dye than we are usually used to seeing, which is really, really nice. It's gonna be really nice. It's gonna be really nice. And it's gonna help us get to the part where we can easily get, oh my god, we can easily get some resources and we can work on our mega base, which is gonna be really, really nice. I actually shared the idea, I think, in the first episode, so let's see how that goes. There's another zombie. I swear to God, you guys are gonna make my sword break. How much durability do I have? I have 34, and you can see another zombie. Oh, you're fully kitted out. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna go inside someone's house. I'm gonna trespass into someone's house. I don't have any food. I'm gonna have to eat some rotten flesh. But that's what I've done this whole time while I was in between episodes. I'm gonna go grab some iron armor. I'm gonna go, do a little bit of stuff, get some more resources for the house, and then what you should be able to see in the next 1 second, hopefully, is me actually doing a time lapse of getting everything built. So everybody, let's go and see this time lapse. Wow. So there we have it. Now this house, though it's made of copper is actually really hard to get, which I didn't actually anticipate. I actually had to go and ask Sky for some copper because I actually ran out. And luckily Sky wasn't using the copper. So he actually gave me some copper. But look at how good this looks. Now of course we don't have the azalea leaves, so we have to leave this all empty. That's still oxidizing. And yeah, it's gonna fill up with some azalea leaves, and that's gonna look very nice in my opinion. But besides that, the front of the house is completely done. Now there's an issue. As you can see, I have to go in and I have to manually wax these. Now these are waxed, and that's because I actually had 3 wax to my name, so I actually placed them over here. For the rest, I have to put some wax over here. Some of these need to be waxed up like this, but I have to put the wax in before they oxidize again. But that's gonna be for another time. Now the inside is very cozy. It's very small. There needs to be some glass over here that I haven't done. I ran out of resources while I was building this, but it's quite cozy in here. Quite cozy in here. Now the last thing I need to add. Can I make a furnace? Oh, I can make a furnace with this. Perfect. So I need some blast furnace over here, but besides the blast furnaces, this is all complete. The interior is complete. We have a bed. We have a little storage area over here. Just as a starter, we have a little crafting table, our smelting area over here. And then on the back side, I've been thinking of adding a chimney, just so it has a little bit of depth because the back side is a little bit bare. It doesn't have anything and it looks kind of boring. So maybe adding a chimney over here would be a very, very nice addition over here. But as you can see, we've used a lot of different blocks. So we've used some of this like warped planks, I think that's what it's called, from the nether. We've used some copper. We've used some of these, and I think these two work really well together. And this kind of complements this a lot. And this kind of works with this. So I think like everything is working really well. I wanted to use some what you call that wood, the orange wood. I think the acacia wood. I wanted to use the acacia wood, but I haven't found any acacia. So I thought, hey, copper has a orangish tint to it. Why not use that to our advantage and have more copper in the build? Because we are working with a lot of copper in here. 90% of this build is technically copper, with some of this being the only wood area and this like slight little texturing that I've done, kind of wood, but it just doesn't look like wood because it's the nether wood. It doesn't have the brownish kind of tint to it. But as you can see, there's not a lot of space for storage or anything over here. No, a lot of like things about what you need, like the anvil. You will need a enchanting area over here. You can't see that a lot over here. And that's because of the same thing that I said before, where I don't want this to be my all-in-one base. I want this to be just a house. And then I want a different area, like a I don't know what I want for the enchanting table, but I want the enchanting table with the villagers hereby, worshiping, studying, maybe like a library. And then I want like different area for all the storage area. I want a little I want to make like a factory for all these like cows. Not for the cows. The cows will have like a farm or anything. But for these things, as you can see, I've upgraded these. But for these things, I want like a whole factory, big building where I could place all of this in. And as you can see, I've actually finished this, so it's actually collecting some pumpkins now. I don't know how much this actually collects and how much like some stuff goes over here because that doesn't get collected. Hold on, let me do this right. There you go. That doesn't get collected. So I don't know how much I'm losing on that, but I don't think that should be too much. I have to check that. And this one is doing a really good job. Look at that. It's a little slow. I'm thinking of adding another like base on top of it. I don't think that's going to be too difficult. But yeah, I've been working on this a lot as well. And I want to move these things into a building. That's going to be for another time. But yeah, this is the whole starter house done now. So yeah, let me know what you think. Because this was way much fun. Just to experiment with the new block palette and everything. I do need to get the azalea leaves in. I'll do that soon. I still need to find either I need to find a azalea tree over here, or I need to find a mossy, what you call it, the lush cave, so I could get some of those like small little flowering azalea tree thingies, and I could like grow them up with bone meal to get them. But that's for another time. But for today, unfortunately, I've run out of time. I'm gonna see you guys in the next episode. We've done a lot of stuff today. We built this house, we got a lot of materials. I went and got a lot of more materials. I actually went and got some, I did some mining, and I got some slime balls, which is really nice. I've been trading with the villagers. I have these, but I've also gone ahead and got some more diamonds. I think I got 21 more diamonds, and I got a lot more iron because, as you can see, I was running out of iron. So we have a lot of iron being made over here, which we can place in our chest right here. But yeah, we need to do a lot more iron mining, diamond mining, gold mining for the nether. But you know, I want to take things slow. I want to take my time with the starting area over here. You can see my iron is dying. I have to make another one. That's why I was going for the iron mining. But I want to take the starter game area kind of slow, so I can like not go for a full diamond like Sky has, but take my time and enjoy the time that I have just with the iron and just work with that and don't worry about the diamonds too much, you know? Because enchanting the diamond and everything, I don't want to do that really quickly. I want to take my time with it, build everything with the resources I have, because that's where Minecraft is fun, in my opinion. That's where Minecraft is fun. And as the sunset goes down, I gotta sleep, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. And yeah, go check out my socials in the description. Bye bye.